what we wanted.
Welcome back, everyone. We just got back from a 2-week-long backpacking trip in northeast New Mexico, covered 130 miles. And to welcome us back, we have a brand new project. We are down in the historic Carondelet neighborhood of St. Louis, which when it was founded initially was actually an independent village. European settlement of this area goes back to 1703. Of course, indigenous settlement many thousands of years before that. So it is an interesting mishmash of architecture and style. And behind us, we have a house that a nonprofit developer is working on for affordable housing. So let's check out what we got. So this is a 1.5-story building. It was originally a 2-family unit, and you can see the 2 front doors. So it will be converted into a single family and sold with income restrictions. So affordable housing all across the country is a great need, and this will be some help with that. So some of the work inside has been done, the demolition work. The in-house crew took care of some stabilization and prep work. Then we're going to come in here and do all of the reframe. So in the rear here, this was originally supposed to stay. This is an interesting kind of example of how buildings learn over time. It was originally an open porch on the back. It was enclosed in various different methods and phases, and not particularly well at that. So the current plan is just to completely remove it, and then there will be a new exterior wall where the brick ends there. So it'll be interesting to see how this comes apart. It's got various floors and walls, but probably not too tough to remove. So after that's done, these old concrete piers and columns that had another porch get removed. All this concrete goes out, and a smaller new back porch will get put on. So that's the main exterior story. Let's go check out the inside while I fall in some holes out here. So as I mentioned, the nonprofit developer does have a small in-house crew that can do some work. So you can see here everything is cleaned out already, and they have some temporary walls up where we'll be putting some new beams in there. And then around back here, we can see this porch that really isn't much anymore. So this floor was built up, the original porch sloped out, and then they opened this whole wall up more, so not actually holding very well anymore. So the brick here will get fixed up, and then this middle part gets enclosed and becomes the new rear wall. Everything up here comes off, and then this board up here comes off as well. So the stairs to the second floor do get removed, and there will be just one central stair. And then up here will become a couple bedrooms, because this is a nice space here, actually. Plenty of room up here. So this, since it was a 2-family, also had a stair over here, but that has since been removed. So we get infill here. New basement stairs as well. So that's the basics here. And we will go down and get things started. One of the continual joys of old houses is always seeing how things have been built and modified over time, and wondering about who was doing it, because sometimes you end up with things like this holding up the second floor, just a couple 2x4s holding up falling apart brick, resting on who knows what. But so often Even though it's just so wrong from a code perspective, it somehow just holds things up, whether it's force of habit or, in this case, you know, a gravity load is what it is, as long as it's not rocked or blown or earthquaked or leaned on. We're not going to leave it like that, of course, but it worked for a while. This is the current basement situation. So some work was done here with some new footings, new load-bearing walls. They actually don't quite match the plans, so we're gonna have to ask and get things figured out, but not particularly exciting basement conditions here. It is usable. Need a new slab here, and new basement stairs will come down in part of this space here, and then it will still have a walkout, and then this is the underside of that enclosed porch. So you can kind of see some of the mess that's up there, and then there was some sort of pit or shower, or I don't know what that was. I don't really want to know what that was. Partially enclosed there, and then you can see how it at one time sloped, then got leveled off in various methods. So I don't think it'll take too much to cut this all apart. Well, the electric service, there is new electric 200 amp panel to the building. So for once on a job, we actually have electric. And then calls for some LVLs for the new stair here, but these walls kind of conflict with that, so maybe the thought was use the load-bearing walls instead. If that is the thought, I'm good with that. Takes one step out for us. Well, we definitely got some nice heavy rain from the hurricane remnants, but not really much in the way of wind yet. That's nice. The forecast does have maybe 40-mile-an-hour gusts later, so we've had a lot of rain while I was gone. That's good for the trees and plants. Hopefully the wind doesn't blow some trees over with the soft ground we have right now, but otherwise, I mentioned it before, I'll say it again, I'm glad we're working inside today. Well, we'll get started with this back here. Oh, what do we have here? A little poster? Oh, wow! Alice in Wonderland. Just sitting in the floor up there?
It's a door laying on the floor.
Oh, a door. Nice. That's in great condition, all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
So, despite the rain, we'll go ahead and get started with some of the demolition work back here. First thing is just checking out what we got where the wall is going to go up. So, we'll peel back some of this floor. I suspect we're going to have to do some work to get our new wall onto the foundation there. And then with this wonky brick and everything, figuring out exactly what we need to do across may present a bit of a challenge, but we'll see. So I'll start with a little bit of cutting here. Well, we're back with drier weather, thankfully. Nice and sunny today, and the temperature is pleasant. And first thing up is taking apart some framing that we're not entirely sure why it was put there. It was framed with a door where the door doesn't go, and it was put up a little twisted and not in line and racked. So this just needs to get out of the way because everything up here needs to change anyway. Maybe they were following some earlier plans. I don't really know, but it is well nailed together. It's got that going for it. But we'll get that out of place, and then we can start taking up this floor a little more here because the layers need to get out of our way. Well, that didn't take too much. So, got that out of the way. Let's get started on the floor. I think you put the same battery back on because the charger already shut off.
Yep. I had a feeling I did that. They're all cut. It's pretty solid still.
Told you it would be.
I gotta go further yet. I'll figure this out.
Just as soon as you figure out how to use a saw.
What?
Just as soon as you figure out how to use a saw. Yeah, it's basically caught on itself.
That's what it's like doing, yeah.
Well, and this over here.
What?
And that over there.
Floor out up here and come in. A couple more boards out.
Yeah, pretty much. And you can't keep slicing.
What?
You can't keep slicing across. It's really what's holding you at this point.
Is what?
The joist closest to the wall. Yeah, you're in a pickle.
Pickle? I don't know if it's gonna go. Nope.
Just jump on it.
Yeah. There's nothing holding it anymore.
The joist separated from the floor. It really is just the floorboards that are stuck. Well, this wasn't the neat fall collapse that I was hoping for. I want my money back.
Now what do we do?
Keep pushing and pulling. That's really about all we can do. Wow, that was lame.
Maybe downstairs pulling.
Oh well.
They got it built downstairs, don't you? I don't know if it's gonna go. Nope. Yeah. I'm not holding it anymore.
The joist separated from floor. I want my money back.
Now what do we do? Well, try smacking against the edge. Now the other edge. Yeah, there we go.
Nothing.
And that's
what we wanted. Alright, here goes nothing. That's what we wanted. Laborers can pick that up.
Well, maybe easier to smack like that and break the concrete off it now.
Yeah. That is some truly amazing tile work. It's worse than us. Alright, well, we accomplished something today. And your plan was actually sound. It just took a little bit to get to it.
It took a little bit more motivation.
So over on this side of the porch is the last side that is actually still lath and plaster in here. The rest of it has been mostly stripped back. It's actually a little bit interesting to see, and that gives us a little bit of a sense of the time that this was enclosed. It was still before drywall, so it has been part of the living space for a good chunk of time. And then actually we found a little bit of wallpaper up here, so maybe there was a children's room back here, playroom or something, but I always like finding old wallpaper in these buildings. Gives a little bit of the sense of style of the people that lived here at one point. Festive little room maybe. So unfortunately I don't think we can save that, but neat to record while we have it.
So it's been gutted something before.
So I actually spoke a touch too soon on this.
They smeared plastic over masonite.
So there is masonite directly over the lath. It's a little interesting, but every building has its own little unique things.
With a little plaster on it.
Yeah, with a little plaster schmear. Oh, neat. Yep, just comes right apart though. It actually pains me a little bit to be cutting up this nice pine floor here, but realistically, the amount of time that we would spend trying to salvage it for the amount that's actually here, it's just really not worth it. Easier to cut some strips out, knock it out with the hammer, and move on. So, working on the floor over here, working on the wall over there. Before the rest of this can come apart, though, structure-wise, we will need to get our new wall in place here. So we have the architect out. We got the approval to get rid of the rest of the brick over and under the window and just get a straight line there, and then do the same thing over here, even though it's in a little better condition on this side, but we'll keep it symmetrical. So that keeps the corner intact as far as the brick, so good stability there. And then we'll have a nice clean straight line for the framing and the siding. Well, and then I spoke too soon again about the plaster, because on this stretch, it's plaster over wire lath and then over wood lath. So again,
and masonite.
Oh, and still masonite. So again, another case of things just got modified over time, kept building layers. Go back to the how buildings learn. They start as one thing in 1860 or so, and then get lived in by various people, need different needs, change it around. So I don't know how long we'll beat on this first, just knock the whole wall out, but that's something. Well, we are back to work after another week off to go camping with our scout troops again for summer camp. Nice to get some breaks in here, take advantage of time off when we can get it. So first order of business here is get rid of this sketchy brick that was going to fall on someone's head if we weren't careful. Thankfully we can do it in a controlled manner. So that was up there, just kind of hidden behind walls, holding itself there for quite a long time probably, and not gonna work for the long term anymore. So take that apart, take the bottom of the window apart as well. That's just kind of a stack holding a 2x4. I really am curious to know how long it was like that, but we'll take that back to the side of the window, just create a straight line up and down, and that'll be that. So get that taken apart, and then this middle comes apart as well. We're gonna do the same thing on that side, but it's in better condition, but still take it back to make it even and symmetrical on both sides, and then figure out what we need to do below here on the foundation to get the new exterior wall in place. Just a little gentle persuasion is about all that's needed. This side so far is pretty tenacious, more plaster. That's not the problem in and of itself, but it's on expanded metal lath over the whole thing, and that is always a pain in the butt. So tearing it apart, little bits, piece by piece, and then this section here is really just that where the window opening is, and then the brick above and below. So once the metal lath is out of the way, the rest of it probably comes apart pretty easily. Well, getting behind it. It's definitely making some good progress now. It doesn't appear that it was super well bonded to anything behind, so really just getting that layer loose is all that is needed. Well, we are coming along pretty well now. Most of it's loose. Just a little bit to go on the stairs there, but seems to be pulling off the brick. There we go. Not sure how Dave's gonna get back down. But you're just working upstairs from now on. Hey, there we go. Well, that's better.
I have to find a weak spot.
So, windows back briefly, but that also gets taken apart now, the brick above and below.
I just gotta find a weak spot. Love it.
Ah, it's a shame you ruined that nice fake marble wall stuff. Truly a great loss. And back down. Well, for better or worse, not much holding the brick together on this side either, so should come apart pretty easy. And then we have the whole back opened up so we can start getting the new wall figured out. Just about there. There had been some brick there that was fresher mortar, probably when they put that probably when they put that beam in there, they put some bricks back in. But otherwise, all coming apart. Old wood lintel there, and there. There it goes. All right, express route to the basement.
Right in the basement.
And that hard hat there will avoid some comments from some people, guaranteed. Now this under the window section here should probably come apart pretty quick. Just some hits with the hammer and the old wood windowsill there. As we've discussed in the 1800s, it was pretty common to have wood windowsills instead of stone, or sometimes stone on the front and then wood on the non-primary facades. Kind of varied. This was definitely a worker's cottage type of two-family building when it was built, so they weren't really looking to go all out on the expenses, so spare the money where you can. And that old wood definitely lasted a long time. Much better than today's wood. So stone definitely looks nice, but the wood is completely functional. Well, more demolition in progress. Got this section cut up. Should drop down soon, and making progress down there as well. Maybe a longer blade.
What?
I made it.
I don't have any long blades.
We'll see. Want to hit that, see if it budges at all? Hit it from this end?
This side over here, where you're at.
Yeah.
Gotta watch out here. I don't think it's moving.
It was going down a little bit. That doesn't want to go just because of the angle of the cut. They're all angled wrong.
Yeah. No, you can get it.
Oh, and I never even cut this middle guy.
Oh.
Hit these.
What?
Knock these floorboards off right here.
Watch out, move them.
Good.
We need a new blade.
Yeah, it's twisted a little.
Smoked its way through.
Yep. That's through.
Sledge.
It's just floorboards. It's floorboards holding it. There we go. Well, that was something. I don't know what, but it was something. A lot of wiggle, but doesn't want to move. Just needs a poke. Okay, well that was pretty anticlimactic. Oh well, I guess we cut the other end. 4.
It's cut completely off and hanging there, but it won't fall.
Yeah. What's new? It's probably just caught on the outer side. Hit it in the middle. Bouncy, bouncy.
Let go. Nope.
Not really sure what to tell you here.
Go inside.
It's a neat fold-away floor you got there.
It's nice and quick. Part the walls holding some of it, and
Can you even get out?
I'm trying. I don't know. Get something up.
Gonna hit you on the butt on the way out. You're caught under the board up. Well, that put up an impressive fight.
Yeah. I got a problem here. Carrying this load on there.
I'll cut it. You look like you're operating the dredge.
Trying to.
Almost there. There it goes. Final crash of this phase. And the beam stayed up. Hooray! Well, that wraps things up here for this time. We got the demolition work that we need to take care of the wall in the back and keep things moving along. You can see our nice debris pile behind us. We'll get a dumpster out here to dispose of that properly soon. So next time, we'll be back to get started on the new beam in the center of the house. And then that'll allow us to get the temporary shoring out of the way. So we'll get things opened up a little better in there, and then we can move along to the back wall, interior framing, all the other good stuff that we need to get done. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already done so, big like and a subscription would be greatly appreciated. Definitely helps out a small channel like we have here. And again, thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next video.